first time.
I have wanted you on the show. Before I even had a show, I thought if I ever have a show, I want Beyoncé on the show.
Oh, thank you.
What's taking you so long?
I don't know. What's taking you so long?
I have been asking for you for, I've been asking for you.
I'm such a big fan. I always said I couldn't wait to come out and dance with you guys, but I didn't do it just now.
Yeah. I'll dance with you before the show's over. I'm dancing with you.
Good.
I promise. So, and it's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Beyoncé.
Thank you.
Now, this is special enough, I think, to be in the park. It's a special thing for you to have a birthday like this, to have this big a celebration. But we have a big surprise that is going to freak your freak a little later. I promise you that.
Okay.
Big one. And you can cross it off. Not that it's on your life list. We've been talking about this a lot. We started talking about it yesterday. Justin talked about his life list.
Yes.
He wants to start learning a different language. He wants to be better at golf. What is on your life list?
I have many things. I want to learn Arabic.
Arabic? That seems very hard.
It is very hard. I tried.
Do you know any words at all?
Not at all. No. I want to learn how to cook.
Cook?
Definitely.
When do you have time to cook?
I don't. That's why I can't cook.
Uh-huh.
I'm terrible. I want to learn how to skydive.
Really? You want to jump out of a plane?
I do, yes.
I used to want to do that, and now I've kind of gotten over that.
Really?
You may get over it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I want to also learn how to do point, ballet dance.
You just go like that. Look, just follow me. Point.
Okay.
What do you mean? You want to do ballet, like stand on your toes?
Yes, I tried. I actually
really?
went to have lessons at Alvin Ailey, and I'm thinking, I dance, I'll be able to hang. So I didn't tell anybody it was me. I went and got my tights. I walked in, and I was completely embarrassed. I was horrible.
Really?
Terrible.
I would think that you took dancing. Did you take dance at all?
I did, but it's way, I'm too old to learn how to, you have to start that when you're like 5 years old.
And that's very, very hard to stand on your toes like that.
You have to get calluses. It's really hard.
Yeah, so now you don't want to do it? That was enough?
Well, I still would like to.
Yeah. I know a little ballet. I can pliche, but
You can pliche.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I can do really is the cliche.
Can you show me the cliche?
Not right now.
No? Okay.
No. All right, so again, I talked to Justin about this yesterday. I have very little time, so I need to know ahead of time, should I get a bridesmaid dress ready for your wedding with Jay-Z? Are you marrying Jay-Z?
I'm not engaged.
You're not engaged?
I'm not. It's a big fat rumor.
It is, but do you think it's a possibility that you will be engaged?
One day I hope to be married, eventually with children. I grew up with both of my parents and my sister, a big family. It's important to me, so I'd love to have a family.
Yeah, and so when will you and Jay-Z get married then?
I don't know.
Y'all seem like a great couple.
Thank you.
And he is sweet as can be, isn't he?
He is very sweet, very smart.
I met him very smart.
Yes.
He came up to me outside of a sushi restaurant years ago, and I couldn't believe I was seeing Jay-Z, and he walked up to me and said he was a big fan, and I just thought, I didn't even think he'd know who I was.
He is a big fan.
He's a very cool guy.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. Now, describe it for people who don't know what he's like, because he seems, kind of tough and everything, but he's a sweetheart, isn't he?
He is very sweet, and he's a businessman. He's very intelligent, very talented, very gifted.
And so, is he influencing? I don't know if this is right, but I read that you're 25 today.
Yes.
You want to retire at 30?
Well, I don't want to retire at 30, but I want to be able to relax and take it a lot slower than I work really hard now.
Yeah.
I want to be a lot more picky and just kind of chill out and calm down when I'm 30.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to be disappointed in that. I don't think we want you to slow down.
No, I still want to make albums and do movies, but just at a slower pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a great goal. I think all of us should put that on a life list to slow down at 30. All right, we have to take a break, and we have a big surprise. I believe it's coming up maybe next. I don't know. Yeah. We'll be right back with Beyoncé. We're back with Beyoncé. I'm going to wait one more I'm talking to you this segment, and then there's a commercial. I'm waiting one more segment for the surprise I decided.
Yeah?
I'm drawing it out.
Oh, God.
I really am. It's going to freak your freak, though. All right, so not only, we're talking about how busy you are, not only do you have this new CD out, you have Dreamgirls. The movie is getting so much buzz already.
Yes, I had the best time doing that movie.
I bet.
It's changed my whole life.
Yeah?
It was the best
Why is that?
experience. I learned so much about, you know, it's exciting when I do music, but it's a whole new excitement when I do movies because I'm like a kid all over again, and I'm just as anxious to learn and as excited as I was when I first started this. So it just, you know, made me appreciate music even more, and I fell in love with something new, and I, for the first time, got a chance to show my chops as an actor, which was really exciting.
Well, I'm hearing great things about it, so I
Thank
can't
you.
wait for that to come out. And you lost 20 pounds to do that role?
I did.
And what did you do to lose the 20 pounds?
Well, I did for 2 weeks a fast.
I heard you did the Master Cleanse.
I did the Master Cleanse.
I don't know if anybody knows what that is. I did the Master Cleanse also.
Oh,
I did it for
no.
10 days.
So you know my pain.
Well, I didn't think it was Master Cleanse it's not, we shouldn't call it a diet. It's not really a diet.
No.
You do lose weight, but it's a cleanse.
Yes.
And it's you can go onto some website and find out what the Master Cleanse is, but you don't eat for 10 days.
Yes,
and
I did it for 14 days.
You did it for 14
Yeah.
days. And you got in a bad mood, you said?
Yeah, I was very hungry, therefore I was evil.
Yeah. Well, everybody told me, you know, for the first 3 or 4 days you're cranky and then you're not hungry anymore. And I never for one day was not hungry. I was hungry the entire 10 days.
Me too. And everyone around me, they were eating Krispy Kremes every day. So when we wrapped the movie, I was so excited. That's the first thing I did. I ate a whole dozen of Krispy Kreme donuts. It did defeat the purpose, but it was fun.
You know what's good is when you add vodka to it.
I
like it.
I didn't try that. Next time.
So this album, B-Day, is this is amazing. How did you get away with? You recorded this secretly. How did you do that?
Well, when I wrote Independent Woman and Survivor, all the big Destiny's Child records a couple years ago, it was when I was a new songwriter, so no one expected anything from me. And I just did it for the love of music. And I said, I want to do that again. I don't want to tell anybody. I don't want any pressure. So I did, and I got in the zone.
Where did they think that you were?
I was supposed to be on vacation. It only took 2.5 weeks to do the record. And I told them, don't call me, let me rest. And they didn't know I was in the studio. And I did, I think, the best record I've ever done.
I love everything I've heard so far, and I love the song.
Thank you.
That one you're doing a little bit later.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, and you have an all-female band, which I love.
Thank you.
Not too many people do that.
Yeah, well, I know with R&B music, it wasn't many female bands for me to look up to, and I figured if this generation could see all these sexy, strong, talented women playing these you know, instruments, it would inspire them. I'm all about female empowerment. Everything. I couldn't choose. I only wanted 8 members, but I have 11 girls because they were all so fabulous. It was tough.
And you went on like a search to find them from all over.
I went on a search. I have, you know, one of the young ladies is from Japan. It was people from Russia, all over the world that came to the auditions. It was
God, that's
really
fantastic.
exciting.
I love the band, and I love what you're doing, and you're very, very smart. Very
Thank you.
smart. All right, the surprise is happening right after this. We have to take a break, and we'll freak her freak right after this. Beyonce. It's Beyonce's birthday, and we're going to party like it's her birthday.
Uh-oh.
So, Beyonce, we're going to show you. I just saw this a few minutes ago. This is never before seen footage of you at some age, because we're talking about when you started singing.
Oh, I'm so
take a look at this
scared.
and tell me how old you were.
I think I'm bad. Beyonce's my name. And love is my game. So take a sip of my potion and do it in slow motion. Oh, she thinks she's bad. Baby, baby, don't make me mad.
Tell me where y'all getting ready to go.
We get ready to go to Michael Jackson concert.
Oh yeah, you going to a Michael Jackson concert?
Yeah.
All right.
How old are you there?
I must have been about, what, 6 or 7 or 5 or something like that.
So you started just all of a sudden that talent just came out of you, and your mother said, oh my God, you're going to be a big star?
Well, I always loved to perform. I always loved Michael Jackson and dancing to his songs, and I loved having a mic in my hand and performing in front of an audience.
And who first, like, did you just sing to people and people said, oh my God, you can sing, and you just started?
No, I was really shy. My mother put me and my sister in dance classes, and my dance teacher, her name was Miss Darlette. She was like, baby, sing for me. I heard you over there singing to the track, sing for me. And I did, and she was like, you can really sing. And she told me to perform at a talent show, and I started performing. I fell in love with the stage. She
told you to do it, and that you all of a sudden went, well, that lady said I could sing?
Well, yeah, my parents were in the audience. They had never saw me perform before. And
right.
I was...
So you owe a lot to that lady that actually got you started.
Yeah, I do, actually.
Come on out. To all of a sudden spot this. Had you ever seen had you ever seen anything like that? I mean, I just see that video and
I knew from little bitty she would be a star. I always told her. I knew it.
Pretty smart lady. Pretty smart lady. I mean, you must be following this going, I said it.
But she worked very hard.
Yeah. Well, that's why she's going to retire at 30. She's tired. Yeah, no, this is pretty exciting.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I can't believe she's here.
She's here. And now, so you discovered her how? What were you doing?
Well, she was at the studio, and she was the last one, and our parents always come together to pick her up, and I was just kind of sweeping around, and I was singing, and of course, I can't sing.
So then, and you hear her.
And I was singing a song out of tune, and Beyoncé finished the song for me, and she hit a note. And I said, sing it again. And now, remind you, she was a very shy girl.
And how old was this?
She was about maybe 6 or 7. And she sung it. And when her parents came to pick her up, I said, she can sing. Do you know she can sing? And I'm like, yeah, you know, she sings around the house. I said, no, she can sing. She really can sing. And they convinced me to let me put her in some singing competitions and dance competitions. And it's been history since.
Yeah, well, it certainly has. I mean, have you heard anybody? Now do you kind of look for people to, are you trying to spot somebody now?
I'm trying so hard.
Yeah. And then you sign them and manage them. That's what you should do.
Management.
Yeah, you should be. Well, now, what
but
should...
there's only one Beyoncé.
There's yeah, that's the truth. She's a triple threat, as they say. So what should, I'm sure a lot of parents go, my kid sings, but you know, what do you think was special about her that you said, well, no, but she sings?
Now, remind you, when her parents enrolled her, they enrolled her for dance classes. Had nothing to do with singing. She was out of a dance studio.
Right.
But I knew from when I heard that child sing, and then when I saw her on stage for the first time, I knew it, without a doubt, she was going to be a star.
Yeah.
And it's just something
you can
feel
see that in
think.
the video, that she's so special. You have that, like, that's adorable. That's adorable. You got to be looking at that going, yeah, I was something. Right?
It's kind of embarrassing, actually.
All right, let's bring out your birthday cake and celebrate your birthday. And I'm so glad you celebrated with us.
Is that red velvet?
I hope it's. I love red velvet cake. That's my favorite too.
Is it?
I love red.
I love it too.
Day to you. Happy birthday, dear Beyoncé. Happy birthday to you.
Our first guest is one of the biggest stars on the planet. Please welcome my friend Beyoncé. Oh, Beyoncé. Yeah, right? this is Tuesday today, right? Yeah. You must still be recovering from Sunday.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm still not recovered, actually.
Yeah. I mean, that's, you got to be tired. You put so much energy into your performances every time I see you that you just give it your all.
I do. I do.
Yeah.
And when I get home, I'm like,
yeah,
completely lazy. I don't want to
yeah,
clean. I don't want to do anything but try to recover. It's my job to give 100%, and I feel like, you know, I've been allowed to do what I love for so long. I love my job, so the least I can do is give my all. You know, you do the same thing.
We feel it. Well, yeah, but now are you like me, where you want to relax, but then after just a short amount of time, you can't wait to do something again?
I don't know how to relax.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't like to get a massage. I don't like to.
Oh.
No, I don't.
Oh, I like to get a massage.
Yeah, I go a little far. The only time I can really relax is on a boat, because then I have no excuse. I'm stuck, and I have to take care of myself and eat good food, and I can't escape.
I did that for the first time this past summer.
Really?
And I went along the Italian and French Riviera, and it was just amazing.
Did you like it?
I loved it, but I thought I was in the middle of nowhere and just swimming, and the paparazzi got me. There was no one around, and they were photographing me. I don't know.
Very scary.
They're like in dolphin suits or something. I don't know where they came from.
That's the craziest thing. My mom always, I call her and she's like, oh, I didn't like that outfit you had on yesterday. I'm like, how do you know? they tape everything.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
Yeah.
Because you never know. It's one thing when you're prepared, but when you don't know, it's...
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I was looking around. I thought for sure I was kind of, but anyway. But that's so now you and speaking of that, congratulations, you got married, and you did that without anybody knowing.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Yeah, we were talking earlier. It feels different to be married. It really does, and it feels good, doesn't it?
Feels great.
And how long were you and Jay-Z together before you got married?
Oh gosh, listen to me. I'm about to start yapping.
Yeah.
We've been together a long time. It's been about 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
7 years. But it does feel different, doesn't it?
Feels great.
I really love it. So 7 years, and was it something that y'all talked about, or you just all of a sudden decided, let's do it?
I mean, it's different for everyone. I was really young. I'm only 27. So I was really young, and you know, I feel like it's important for women and men to have their goals in their own life before they can complete someone else. So, you know, we took our time.
He must have been pushing on getting married to lock you up, though. He must have been saying, come on, I know you're young, but let's just do it. He must have been, like, really pushing to, you know, come on. I mean, not that he's not a great guy and that you're both lucky, but, you know, he must have been, come on, let's do it.
He's a cool guy. He's cool. He's patient.
He's a great guy.
He is.
I really like him a lot. And I got you a wedding gift. I got you some towels. And
just what I need.
Yeah.
Oh, this is hot. Thank you. Oh, man.
Well, I'll get you something. Yeah. You know, it'd be nice for the boat to have some nice towels.
Be great for a boat, yeah.
Nice coffee maker for the boat. All right, let's talk about the difference between Beyoncé and Sasha Fierce. There's and Sasha Fierce is, she's on the CD. Are you on the CD at all? Because the CD is I Am Sasha Fierce, and it's someone different.
Yeah.
Did you make that name up?
I did.
Uh-huh.
Yes. It's actually two CDs. It's a double disc.
Right.
And half of it is really natural, and the songs are all love songs and really vulnerable and more closer to who I really am. And that's why it's named I Am. And then the other half is Sasha Fierce, who was basically who you guys saw.
She's in that position back there.
She is,
yeah.
yes.
That's her.
That's who y'all saw singing Single Ladies.
Over there.
It's very different
Yeah.
from who I really am. And I think people expect me to be more like Sasha Fierce when they meet me. So this is really more of an introduction to me. You know, I know when I was speaking with you during the commercial, you really like Flaws and All, and those type of songs I love to sing more than the up-tempo. So
really?
Yeah, I do. So I was able to do what I really wanted to do, but still give the fans what they want.
Yeah, well, I like all your music, but she's going to sing a song, really, because I've asked her, because she knows it's my favorite song, Flaws and All, and she's going to sing it at the end of the show. If you haven't heard this song, it is so, so beautiful. But that's what I was saying, is like you have so many different sides of you, you know, with those ballads and with that kind of energy. And so Sasha is something that you can turn on and off, or does she just show up sometimes when you're...
No, she stays on the stage.
I'm not asking if you're crazy. I'm asking...
No, because people are like, okay, I don't understand this Sasha Fierce thing. It's for fun. It's fun, and it gives me an excuse to blame anything really bad on Sasha Fierce.
I see. Yeah. I see. Well, she's doing okay. She's doing all right now. Yeah. And Sasha is someone that has Jay known Sasha longer than we have known Sasha?
Jay knows Sasha, yes.
I have an alter ego also. It's my name is Richard Simmons, and yeah. All right, we have to take a break, and then we'll be back. That's Beyoncé as Etta James and Cadillac Records. When does that come out?
December 5th.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Love Etta James.
I do too. I love her even more. When I was a kid, I listened to a couple of the songs that my mom would play around the house, but I wasn't as familiar. I mean, her and Muddy Waters and Little Walter, they started rock and roll, and that's what this movie is about. It's a story that has to be told, and I'm so proud to be a part of it.
Yeah. That must be amazing to be able to play these people and learn more about them like that.
Definitely. She has such an interesting story. I mean, they could do a whole movie on just her life. It was very different from my life, and it was crazy having to do the research and figure out how I can have the same pain in the psychology of her, where it came from, because at one point in her life she was addicted to heroin. So I had this really dark scene, and I've never done drugs, so I just needed to understand her need to heal that pain, and it was very dark.
How did you do that? Where did you find that?
Well, I visited the Phoenix House, and I spoke with a lot of women that were recovering, tried to understand the addiction, and of course I read her book. It's the most honest book, autobiography I've ever read, and watched some of her performances, just tried to understand, she had a tough life.
Yeah.
And, I don't want to give too much away, but it was hard for me to be in that space because I'm a naturally happy person. So I would come home with the swollen eyes, and I was really, really different because I wanted to, even the physicalities are very different. I don't walk or talk anything like the character. And the best part was being able to say all the profanity because I don't curse.
So that was fun for you?
Oh, yes, it was so much
Get
fun.
all that out of you?
I could get it all out.
Yeah.
I had an excuse. My mother and father couldn't visit the set. They were like, no, I don't know who this is. We can't see this. It's crazy. But it was fun.
Well, who's that called? Do you have it now? Now you
That's
have a
Etta. That's Etta.
Okay. All right. But that's more impressive that you're not anything like that, and you were able to capture a different walk and a different feel and embody that whole thing. I don't know if y'all got to see Saturday Night Live when Beyoncé was on with Justin, but it was, oh my God. Now, I just adore Justin. He's a friend, and this is a piece of it if you haven't seen it.
Justin is crazy.
Isn't he hilarious?
I just can't believe how hilarious he is. And I didn't even know he would be there, and they asked me to do it, and I was like, I don't know, and then they said, Justin's coming. I'm like, you're lying, there's no way. He showed up, he had his leotard, his pumps, and his robe, and he opened it up and just letting it all hang out. I'm like, okay, Justin.
I know. I mean, just the leotard alone, but and those kitten heels. And
the kitten heels.
Oh, he told me that his ankles were so sore the next day.
They were. But why are his legs like more beautiful than any woman?
I know. They're really, and it seems like he shaves. It does.
It does.
I think they didn't look hairy at all.
They didn't. They were very smooth.
No. Oh, God, that's hilarious. All right, and now, because with your spare time, you decided to do a clothing line as well, right?
Yes, because my mother, of course, in the beginnings, did all of our hair, and she would design all of our costumes, and our fans would say, can we get clothes? We want to, look like Destiny's Child. So instead of me just putting my name on the line, I wanted to really be involved, and my mother is so talented. So we partnered up, and we're doing a clothing line, and it's named after my grandmother because my grandmother used to be a seamstress, and she taught my mother how to sew. So it's 3 generations of...
And it's called?
House of Darion. House
of Darion. And I think we're going to give some clothes away to the audience, right? Beyoncé, she's watching people interpret her songs and dance to her, and it's fantastic. Yeah, it was fantastic. What happened? To the left, to the left.
I don't know.
We had different endings. We kept doing different things.
I like the.
You like that one better?
Yeah.
The awkward, don't know where to look, nobody's paying attention to me thing?
I like that one. That was great.
So what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I'm gonna try to cook for the first time.
Really?
It's very scary.
Very
for everyone
first time?
Yeah.
How many people?
It's probably about 8 or 10 people.
Well,
Not that.
you better learn how to cook.
I know.
Yeah. Does Jay-Z care about that? He doesn't care if you don't cook.
He actually, after me cooking a couple times, just says, "Don't do it. It's okay."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way you get out of it.
Yeah.
Just do it bad on purpose.
That's a good little trick,
Yeah,
guys.
that is a good trick. Now, are y'all gonna, you think you're gonna have lots of babies? Or just one?
Well, one day, maybe. One
Yeah.
day. I have my nephew, and I was there in the delivery room, and it kind of traumatized
I was
me.
gonna say, that's enough to, you shouldn't be there to see that.
I told my sister that.
Yeah.
I said, please, I'm telling you, don't have me in the room. And she's like,
Yeah.
you have to. I'm your sister. Stop being so silly.
Yeah.
Well, I was right. I'm
Yeah.
traumatized.
Yeah. Now you're never gonna
But
have
I
a
will.
baby.
I'll have one. Even
Yeah.
A couple, maybe.
Y'all would have some pretty and talented babies. That would be good.
Thank you.
I encourage that.
Okay.
I think go ahead and do it.